Welcome back to Budapest and the Hungaroring, infamous for its tight, narrow corners that force the drivers to constantly be on top form. No doubt, we're in for a great race here today. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaroring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking's always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile track, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. So let's hope we're in for another one here today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Sergio Perez and Sainz, Tsunoda, Bottas, Ocon and Fernando Alonso, Gasly, Magnussen, Guan Yu Zhou and Mick Schumacher, Latifi, Norris, Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll, Ricciardo and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It'll keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Gap to your teammate behind is 8.3 seconds. Okay, gap ahead is 1.8 seconds. Pick up rubber and bring it home.
And it's a performance to be proud of from our Hungarian Grand Prix winners. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team strategies. They got all those things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance in today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.